indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Schmidt. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Bills take over 1st down and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The Bills had 10-6 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Schmidt looking deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Play there for Washington. 59 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for Sick. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
18, right in.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. Wow.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Calling an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. These two teams all tied after one. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He finds his man complete. It's Casey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On play action, they'll throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yards, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain movement. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Back to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. That's caught left side to the tight end Pitts. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there counts what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Buddy, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Schmidt.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Schmidt. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught at the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A gain of 58 yards. First down, Washington.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd and 2, Schmidt over the middle, complete. That's Casey.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Commanders 17, Bills 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Right back to Pitts again.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his pitch catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 2. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
19 right. Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
What a Hail Mary. You tripping. That ain't no bold card, man. There ain't no seconds on the clock. With no seconds on the clock, you tripping. Man, ain't no fucking way, boy. I can't wait to talk about this dumb shit.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there of 22 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schmidt. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Schmidt. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50. Check back, check back. 60 average, 60 average. On the ball, on the ball.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
18 rally.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Cut 19, cut 19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Schmidt. He finds his man. Complete. It's Casey. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they end up running themselves out of time.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw from his end zone, Schmidt. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking on the midfield logo. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Ready? Three. 19 tight.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Ready?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Back to throw. Schmidt throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking to throw. Schmidt. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bush.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game,
Above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Schmidt. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
10 more there and another first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't
No
you?
doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. He's back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Let's go now.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the
You
football.
want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
19.
They'll look to throw again. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
18 runner, 18, right here. Come back team.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
19 tight. 70 Rangers. Dragon 60. 19 Wyatt.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Commanders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So for the Commanders, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Bills,
the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.